Shalom, Shalom, and welcome. Welcome to the 12th installment of Endtime Reflections. If you're tuning in for the first time, my name is Symmanayah, and these are the words I'm compelled to present before an awakening set-apart nation. In this installment, my brothers and sisters, I want to bring your attention to harvest laborers. In the 5th installment, I mentioned harvest, mapping, and laborers, and I'm saying this so you don't confuse the episodes. This is the 12th installment, and there will be some things brought out that were not brought out in detail in the 5th installment. But before I continue to make the case regarding the importance of harvest laborers, let me first say this. The views expressed in these podcasts do not necessarily reflect the owners, management, and/or shareholders of this media platform. With these words said, let's now get into the words harvest laborers. For these words are significant. They are important during these end times. Bear with me as I read the following. Matthew 9:37-38. Then he said to his taught ones, the harvest truly is great, but the workers are few. And many people miss this next part. Pray then that the master of the harvest would send out workers to his harvest. This is all too often ignored. People are running around saying, hey, the laborers are few. You need to get out there, get on the byways and the highways, and you need to preach the word. We must seek to discern who he's telling that to and what specifically must be done. Proverbs 10:5 say, he who gathers in summer is a wise son. He who sleeps in harvest is a son who causes shame. My brothers and sisters, there are many mores, teachers, preachers, and other influencers who speak of a harvest, but often emphasize the need to identify the harvest, but they don't emphasize the need to discern the laborers. They don't talk about training the laborer of the harvest. I speak often about examining, vetting. For how can you present yourself an obedient servant to the Almighty Father if you don't examine the directions he's given you? If you don't examine and vet to make sure it is indeed instructions from the Almighty Father, whether it be through a pastor, preacher, teacher, more, or whether it be directly in spirit. We must learn to examine things, my brothers and sisters, and rise up with the confidence and strength and the belief of what is indeed set apart, coming from the Almighty Father Yahuah. Let me read Philippians 1:9-11. It reads as follows. In this I pray that your love might extend more and more in knowledge and all discernment, for you to examine the matters that differ in order to be sincere and not stumbling until the day of Messiah, being filled with the fruit of righteousness through Yahusha Messiah, to the esteem and praise of the Almighty One. Let us learn how to effectively examine, my brothers and sisters. Let us discern the fruit life, what it takes to move in maturity and produce the seed that the Almighty Father would have us distribute to one another. Come, O Yashar'al, the time is at hand for us to begin to be more and more as iron sharpening iron, as it is written. And keep in mind, iron sharpening iron is like metals. I cannot stress the importance of examining things enough. As end times become more intense, as end times become more intense, we will need to be equipped with discerning and making sound decisions. When it comes to harvest, it would be wise to know how to identify harvest laborers versus those who are seeking self-gratification in or pursuing hidden agendas. Remember, there are wolves in sheep clothing, but there are also brothers and sisters who are just plain unlearned and undisciplined. There will also be the obedient. Let us identify them and bind together, O Yashar'al. Pray, study, pray some more. Watch and earnestly seek to discern what the Spirit of Yahuah, sent in Yahusha's name, is saying. Remember, Abba Yahuah's Spirit may come directly or through another. Yashar'al. O set-apart family, it would be wise to realize how asking questions, more questions, and even more questions represent one who seeks answers. Do not ask foolish and unfruitful questions, and do not just ask questions with an answer in mind, which would be considered rhetorical questions for the sake of conversation. Ask questions seeking answers that will contribute towards improvement in our worship and obedience to the Almighty Father. Let us direct our attention to discovering set-apart instructions and guidance. Let us seek to discern and be prepared to respond correctly as directed by Abba Yahuah's Spirit working in us and through us, one towards another, in Yahusha's name. I encourage you to begin having discussions regarding identifying harvest laborers, lest we find ourselves gathered with the wrong group. Beware, O set-apart family. Be forearmed, knowing what to do, where to go, with whom, and as directed by the Almighty Father Yahuah. End times are real. There is much work to be done. Are you ready? I cannot stress enough, my brothers and sisters, the need to pursue all that is necessary to fulfill the works of a harvest laborer. Brothers and sisters who are responding directly to the Almighty Father, Yahuah, through His set-apart Spirit, sent in Yahusha's name. Soon and very soon, we will witness the emergence of the 144,000 and a great multitude. And I say to you, my brothers and sisters, together, though the numbers will be large, in the millions, when compared to the world population, it will only be a remnant, unfortunately. Seek to discern, O Yashar'al. Seek to identify what is expected of you. We will begin to discover what is and what will come to be as our assignments become clear in these last days. Yashar'al. My brothers and sisters, I have said on many occasions that I will ask the question over and over again. Are you satisfied with your leader, your pastor, your teacher, your moray, your bishop, your priest? Are they instructing you? Are they providing you with the instructions on how to proceed forward in the event of their demise? You see, there are some wicked leaders. There are some who appear to be anointed and are not. There are some liars and deceiving ones among us, Yashar'al. Some are brothers that are just undiscerning, unlearned, but want to boast words that appear to be anointed because they've taken them out of Scripture. Watch, O Yashar'al. The promised discipline, vengeance, and wrath of the Almighty Father will come. Deliverance will come, my brothers and sisters. This is a time when we will begin to see as judgment begin at the house of the Almighty Father Yahuah, as written in 1 Peter 4:17. As that judgment begin in the house, there will be wicked leaders and mores that will judge that individual who is obedient to the Spirit of Yahuah to deliver correction. They'll judge that person and bear false witness against them. They will say that they're causing confusion, when in essence, the reality is that the Almighty Father is bringing His discipline. The house of Yahuah will face discipline, and successful works from the Almighty Father working in us, through us, one towards another, will prove those who are obedient versus those who are bearing false witness. There will be leaders who will yield to reproof and seek forgiveness and rise up stronger than ever. But there will be those who will continue to hold on to their excuses, to their own justification as to why they're doing things the way they see fit. Watch, O Yashar'al, for as judgment ramp up in the house of Yahuah, we will see battle of the mores, battle of the pastors. We will see fighting within this house. You see, that is the action of cleaning the house. Now, for those who introduce wickedness and wrong, that is bringing confusion. And the Almighty Father is not the author of confusion. Oftentimes we see confusion, and so many times I've seen leaders and teachers say that person is bringing confusion. Examine the words thoroughly, my brothers and sisters, before you point the finger as who bringing confusion, who not. It is time to identify fruit from those of the seed of the Almighty Father. It is time for us to recognize harvest laborers, laborers who have been trained by the Spirit of Yahuah, laborers who have been instructed on how to identify the harvest, laborers who have been taught, instructed, and or led on what to do during harvest times. Yashar'al, oh Yashar'al, are we in the midst of harvest laborers? Are they truly set apart laborers sent by the master harvester, sent by the leader, the Almighty Father? For if they are not, let us come away from them. Let us purge the wicked laborers from among us. Let us come away from them. Let us discern the harvest laborers, the ones that the Almighty Father Yahuah has sent. And let us come together and witness a set-apart nation emerge. On that note, I say to you, O Yashar'al, take these words serious. Pray on these matters. And if you believe there's any life, share these messages. I also invite you to visit my YouTube channel, White Robes Family, and Symmanayah, spelled Symmanayah. It's pronounced Symmanayah. The links are on this podcast channel. Just click on a picture and it'll take you there. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. Extreme humbling times are coming, but so is deliverance by the word of the Almighty Father. In the name of Yahusha Mashiach, I come to you, my brother, my sister. Be encouraged. Shalum.